are watching Sport Talk with GTZ, General Tata Zonke. Sport Talk, the General's view. GTZ, General Tata Zonke.
A very good afternoon. The biggest day in football, the biggest day in calendar of football in Africa, the Soweto Derby. You all know the rivals between Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs. So it's the match day today. Orlando Pirates up against Kaizer Chiefs. Orlando Pirates, they still have that belief that they can chase Mamelodi Sundowns up until the end of the season. Will Kaizer Chiefs do the same? Game in hand after Wednesday, Tuesday, bahlulekile ukuthi bavale that gap. So I've got my analyst as usually, Coach Penny Makati. Umnandi mfana.
GTZ ngiphila kakhulu ngibelele ama-viewers emakhaya and greetings to Coach Pete. It's good to have him on the studio.
Nice one. Coach Pete, welcome. It's been long. Asathi ngiyamalele ku.
No, I'm still around GTZ. Greetings to the viewers at home. Yeah, what a derby. Expecting a very, very, very good game today.
We're talking about a derby. We're expecting both teams to go. Looking at the past two games, Orlando Pirates failed to get a maximum points. Kaizer Chiefs against the Stellenbosch, they drop a point. Against the Gukef, they drop a point. Coming to this game, it's going to be a one-on-one game. Why it's one-on-one? I see a team attacking each other. Very
exciting game, like Coach Pete has alluded. Game Coach Pete on our way
yes.
Coming here. That form doesn't count on this game. It doesn't count at all. But the most important thing is the desire and the mental aspect, which who wants it more and who settles quicker into the game between the both sides. If you look at the last 5 games, Pirates have won 4 and Chiefs have won 1. It was a Nedbank Cup last season. But now this game is the last time where we've seen Chiefs and Pirates playing in a game of consequence. Why do I say a game of consequence? If Pirates wins, then it gets closer again to have the belief that they can push Sundowns to win the league. If Pirates then now loses and Chiefs wins, it gives Chiefs a self-belief with hey gents, we can still push for winning the league.
Yes.
So I think after a long time is a day where you're gonna enjoy watching a derby, which is not gonna be a boring game. There's gonna be a lot of fireworks, entertaining football because there's a lot at stake. I think the last time we watched a derby of this magnitude is when McCarthy scored a brace against Chiefs because that was a game of consequence. So we're looking forward to a great game today.
Coach Pete, what you say in this afternoon game, looking at both teams, Orlando Pirates and Kaizer Chiefs?
Okay, there are a few factors that we need to look at. The first one, looking at Pirates, the coach is under pressure because they have lost 2 games in a row. So obviously, he'll want to redeem himself because if he can lose a derby, these are the breaking rights. The pressure will mount. That's first. And secondly, Pirates, they are not playing Champions League. They are out in the Nedbank Cup. So now the focus is on the league. So they need to open the game between them and Sundown because Sundown, they are still competing in the Champions League, so they need to widen the gap as early as possible because if Sundown can exit in the Champions League, now they will shift their focus. Now they'll focus on the league, so it's 2 ways, so they need to balance those two. Then when you look at Kaizer Chiefs now, yes, it's the same because Kaizer Chiefs, they don't have their technical coaches. Those 2 guys. So, but they need to do well now. You know, they are under pressure. The fans, they are out in the net bank. So the focus now, they need to close the gap to give Pirates and Sundowns the challenge for the league. So there's a lot of stake. So we're expecting a good game today. So for teams, like I'm saying, form doesn't count. And if you look at the history history of the teams head-to-head, Chiefs have won more games than Pirates, but it does not count today. So the best team which will use their chances today will win the game.
Coach Makati, umqeqeshi wado welcome Orlando Pirates, central defense kuna Siyema kuna Sibisi, left back kuna Hoto kuna Sibelebele. Remember Sibelebele unokudlala leya right back. Kodwa ke Dean van Rooyen umbeke ngaphandle ucala ngasibelebele coach kuleya right back. Do you see that back four Orlando Pirates as strongest back four for you?
I can't say as strongest. I think the same thing with the criminal coach Pete on our way here. I don't think it's comfortable to see Sibelebele playing at right back, whereas you have Van Rooyen is a natural out and out full back. So the reason behind it I still don't understand. But at the same time, Sibisi it's found wanting in certain situations. I think there is no connection between Sibisi and Siyema because between Siyema and Bogas there was chemistry, there was connection. Yes. They were able to complement each other. But now with Sibisi and Siyema they can't complement each other. So from a technical point of view on the Chiefs' approach to the game, that's an area of focus whereby they need to find a player who will run Guma shoulders as Siyema na Sibisi. I think we've seen against Sundowns whereby if Siyema is facing action on the blind side, there is no concentration and leadership in terms of giving it balance in their defensive structure because there are principles in defending. If one is giving cover defense, one must provide the balance. Yeah. And Sibisi against us, it showed us in terms of balance, he was found wanting. So now the question is, on the Chiefs side, on their attack, do they have a player who is able to running shoulder runs? In terms of their center forwards, I don't think Silva has that. But in Lilepo, if you can have Lilepo, then they have space to run in between Sibisi and Siyema. Something might come up in that place. So, but let's wait and see.
All right. So in case our actually line up here, Orlando Pirates, guna Chaine, guna Siyema, guna Sibisi, guna Hoto, guna Sibelebele, Makaula, Mbatha, Mfukeng, Moremi, Apolise, Nambutuma. Kaizer Chiefs coach, Peterson. Akekho kule epalini namuhla balethe Miguel upartnership na Kwinika Makati udlala left back and then bafake Monyane ku right back.
Yeah, I'm worried with Makati as a left back. Maybe if they were playing three at the back, as a left center back, I'll be comfortable. But as a left back, and you look at Pirates, they've got speedy wingers, So let's see what will happen. But I think that will be a weakness for Kaizer Chiefs at the back. And bringing a new keeper in this game of magnitude.
Yes.
I think maybe we'll see. Maybe it's a big mistake because Peterson has been their number one keeper for the better part of the season, and then now when you change keepers and in a derby, maybe let's see, maybe psychologically it could work for Chiefs.
So for Kaizer Chiefs, it's Vuma, Makati, Miguel, Kwinika, Monyane, Ngobo, Maboye, Chislet, Mondi, Lilepo, Da Silva. Let's talk about the center pairing of Lebo again with Chislet. Chislet, he played his official game on Tuesday when they were playing against Stellenbosch. What would you say about Lebo Maboye? Some are saying for Lebo is giving a new dimension in that Kaizer Chiefs. It's not that physique number 6, he's a ball playing number 6.
Yeah, if you profile Maboye, it's an 8. But because Chiefs is struggling in that position, especially this season, I don't know what's going on with him. I think he's still injured. So they are trying to find a player who can give them that balance. So in terms of technical acumen that Maboye possesses, it gives them that he can solve that problem for them. But he's not a natural number 6. But then now the pairing for me in such a game that is testing like a derby, I don't think it's a good choice because they still have to find chemistry again, like I was saying, between Siyema and the Sibisi.
Yes.
So within the 6 and 8, which is that's my concern. They won't be balanced in terms of if one is going for a press, who's going to remain in the hole, the understanding, the communication. But maybe we must give them the benefit of the doubt to say maybe a training they try to see if it's going to work or not. But I want to emphasize on the point that Coach Pete made of McCarthy.
Yes.
I think if they were playing with 3 at the back, like Coach was saying, was going to be very, very critical. But now, because McCarthy doesn't have speed, So surely it's either Muremi or Apolis. They'll always want to run into the space where it's between the left centre back and the left back. Does he have the leg to catch up? I don't think he does. So that will frustrate the last line of defence Chiefs to break their lines of confrontation. What do you mean by breaking the lines? If maybe a left centre back now will be forced to drop into the half space, it means they'll be leaving gaps in between for a 10 Mufokeng to exploit. So I think the game is going to be a matter of mental strength in terms of if one makes a mistake, can you punish, can you capitalize? Again, having Monyane at right back against Pirates in their former team, it will either make him or break him. If he's going to come there and want to prove a point, he's going to have a bad game. But he must be the Monyane that we all know, not prove a point, play a normal game the way we know him.
Coach, there is no Sipombuli in this lineup of Orlando Pirates. Coach Wado decided to bring on Mbata. There is Mbata and Makaul. There is no Sipombuli in this game of this magnitude.
Yeah, I think the coach maybe in terms of bringing Mbata, he made a good choice, but I don't know in terms of match fitness.
Yes.
But Mbata and Makaula, they complement each other, because if you can see with the long range shot and in terms of switching play, that's where Mbata his strength is, Then Makaula can mop up everything behind him, so in terms of balance. And then that can allow a police and Relevo Fang to be more offensive. To be more offensive in terms of the game. So if you look, Pirates in terms of attack, they've got more attacking players, very good attacking players, but the weakness is at the back, between the center pairing of the two center back. Yes. After Mbogazi left, you can see that gap and then the communication.
So Lomsindo Lovago, Mbugeli was spot talk with GTZ. Orlando Pirates has just scored in less than 5 minutes. They've just scored. They've just get a call with Moremi taking that shot. I think it's something that a coach will want. It's something that any coach will want. Taking a shot. He's a good player. We've seen him doing the same thing to Afcon. That deflection has cost Kaizer Chiefs. Orlando Pirates is leading by 1-0.
Yeah, I think the most important thing in a game of this multitude is who settles in quicker. So Pirates hasn't been doing well the last 2 games. If they were to concede early, the mental aspect will affect them. So now for them to score early, it gives Pirates a chance to settle as early as they can. Now for Pirates to wait and see how will Chiefs react. Believe you me, they'll want to come back into this game. And the more they want to push up for an equalizer, it means they're going to open up spaces for Pirates to capitalize. So now it's going to be a very interesting game. But I think the way the Pirates have started, it makes them to settle their nerves as easy as they can, so they can be able to play their normal passing game and allow Chiefs to come up their shell and see if they can hit them on break moments. But let us see what the first half holds up for us.
All right, Coach, for Kaizer Chiefs, in less than 5 minutes, they concede a goal.
Yeah.
What does it mean to Kaizer Chiefs?
No, it's very bad for Bavuma, because if you can see the goal that has been scored, I don't understand why, because there was no pressure. All the time we say the nearest player must pressure on the ball.
Yes.
Yeah, and the players, you can see they're blocking the view from the goalkeeper. If you can check, there are many players who are in front, not moving towards the ball, blocking, so I'm very disappointed with the defense of Kaizer Chiefs to concede such a goal in the early stage of the game.
Okay, Siabuya Mlaleli with the second half analyst. Orlando Pirates has taken the lead in less than 5 minutes through Moremi. Kaizer Chiefs, they are trading with that goal, Moremi. Sport Talk with GTZ. Orlando Pirates 1, Kaizer Chiefs 0. Siabuya in the second half. Tanko.
You are watching Sport Talk with GTZ, General Tata Zonke. Sport Talk, the General's view. GTZ, General Tata Zonke.